Hey there, welcome to day 4 of our 5-day series on how to really tackle the mindset around not feeling productive within our day-to-day lives and within our businesses. So, if your week is already feeling off track and you're thinking, "Listen, there's no point for me to reset. Like I've already started the week. I'm in it. Let me just keep trucking through." Then I want you to hear this. Not resetting is what is going to actually keep you stuck. And we can reset at any time. We can take a pause break. We can just stop and refocus whenever we need to. And doing that helps us to keep control of our week and not let our week and our action task control us. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple way to reset your week so that you can move forward and not feel as though you're falling further and further behind. I'm Michelle of Purposely Productive, and I help women build profitable, productive businesses without burnout. Let's talk about why resetting is so hard, what the feeling is behind us. A lot of us think that resetting means that we're going to just stop everything and just kind of go and bury ourselves in the sand some way, or it means that we're going to have to take an entire day off and be fully away from our business, or it means that we're going to be losing out on things that if I take the time to reset, I'm going to lose more time, I'm going to get further behind. And so, what we do instead is we just continue to push ahead. We continue to push forward when what we're doing is making ourselves feel worse mentally and physically a lot of times. And we're not showing up as our best selves in our businesses. So, really, the work that we're doing for ourselves, for our clients, for our customers, they're not getting the best version of you because in that moment you really need a pause. You need a reset because you're not really feeling it in that moment. And so we start feeling scattered, start feeling tired and just overall unclear about the things that we're doing. And I'll be honest, today was one of those days when I needed to do that. And I had to remind myself, Michelle, practice what you preach. And I had to stop back and I had to do a reset and a refocus so that I could do the things that I needed to do for my clients. I had some calls that I had to get on. I had some emails and things that I needed to get done for them. And so I made sure that I took those 10, 15 minutes away so that I could clear my head and come back as a better version of who I was before I did that. And so I want you to remember that resetting is not falling behind. It's really how you pause so that you can catch your momentum again and continue working in a way that best serves you and the work that you're doing. And this is also a shift that I want us to catch. Your reset doesn't have to be a full day. Like I said, I just stepped away for 10, 15 minutes. I went outside, I got some fresh air, and I cleared my head. I didn't bring my phone with me because I just needed that time to just have a woosah moment, as I call it. um, and that was all it took. It's not about stopping everything. It's just creating a moment where you can breathe, you can think, and you can refocus on what truly matters in that moment. And because let's be honest, you really can't move forward clearly if your mind is feeling really, really cluttered in the moment. And so that's giving yourself the permission to stop so that you can clear the clutter and really hone in on what it is that you need to do. And so this is the simple reset that I do. Okay. I get everything out my head. I write it down. It's the things that I need to do. It's the things that may be weighing on me in that moment. It's the things that just feel unfinished, like my whole list. And it's not just business stuff. It's all the things that are in all the different parts of my lives that are impacting how I'm feeling in that moment. And I'm not organizing it. I'm not trying to finish or complete anything. I'm just getting it out my head. Because oftentimes when we have a whole lot of things in our head, just releasing it and putting it out there will help you to start feeling so heavy. And it'll start to actually start clearing the clutter that's in your brain. And so we're going to release that. We're going to get rid of that mental clutter so that we can go ahead and start feeling better and doing better. And then I look at that task, I look at that list, and I ask myself, what is actually going to move my business forward in this moment? If I'm in business mode, if I'm in home life mode, then I'll say, what needs my attention the most right now in this moment so that I can then choose what I need to focus on. And so I choose one main focus. I know I got a lot of things on that list, but I'm going to choose one main focus to help me move forward in that moment. And then the 2 or 3 action tasks that are connected to it so that I can know what it is I'm going to do moving forward. And this is how I reconnect to what truly matters and what is going to be my anchor for that day. And then the next thing is it's hard. It can be hard. It can be difficult for some of us, but giving myself permission not to do everything. Yes, I have this long list of action tasks that may be more than 1 page of things that need my attention, of things that need my focus. I've got a high school senior. I've got an 8th grader that's being promoted to high school. So there's all the things that are going on with that. Plus, I have my business and I have just my overall life. So there's a lot of things that are on my list. But guess what? Some of those things are going to have to wait. Not everything on there is urgent, even though it feels like it's urgent in the moment. And some of these things really just don't matter right now. And I don't need to give it the time and energy that I'm giving it in this moment. So just remember that you're not going to reset by doing more. The reset is going to be by choosing less intentionally so that you are lessening the emotional and mental strain that you have, but also working within your capacity because we can't do all the things, but making sure that we take the time to really hone in and focus on those things is what's going to make the most difference in that moment. When you take the time to actually do a reset, you're going to stop spinning. You're going to start focusing because you've said, this is what I want to focus on, and these are the action tasks that support it that I'm going to get done. And then you also rebuild trust with yourself. Because when you're feeling all scatterbrained and really heavy, your body's defense mechanism is to try and fight against it. And so when you calm the noise, when you calm the clutter, your body, your emotional being calms down so that you're able to get more done and you're able to focus better. And so I want you to remember that those small steps do matter. Those small action tasks that you're doing, they're leading up to the bigger things that you're doing. And so it's okay to take that big picture and break it down into the smaller items and action tasks that you need to do. So I want you to end this week feeling not behind, but that you're ending it with progress that you've made on the things that you need to do. Remember, your reset it's not going it doesn't have to be perfect. There is no perfect reset. And it may not even feel fully complete. The purpose of it is to be intentional about the action task and intentional about the focus that you have so that you can take the time and focus your energy and time on the thing that matters the most in that moment. And if you're like, I don't even know what really matters in the moment, Michelle, help me out here. I got you. That is exactly why I created my free 3 business clarity check because sometimes we need to do that. We need to walk through the steps. And so it helps you to quickly sort through all the things on your plate so that you can focus on what truly does matter and what moves your business forward. And I'll link it below in the video so you'll be able to, in this video, so you'll be able to grab it. But I want you to remember this as we close out this video. You're allowed to reset. You're allowed to reset, whether that's during the middle of the day, the middle of the week, or just in the middle of all the mess that you may have going on in this moment. I promise you're not alone. There's somebody else out there that's feeling the exact same way that you're feeling in that moment. And so taking the time to breathe through it, to walk away and clear all the clutter that's in your mind is going to actually help you to move forward, to get more things done and show up as a better version of yourself for you, your business, and everything else that depends upon it as well. Okay. So I want you to know that you can choose to reset now in this moment so that you can move forward. If your week hasn't gone the way that is planned, you're not behind. You just need a moment to realign and refocus. I want you to clear the noise. I want you to choose what matters. And then I want you to be intentional about the next step that you take forward. Let me know in the comments what you do when you feel like you need to reset the most. Like I said, for me, it was going outside because we had good weather today and just sitting and enjoying the sunshine and the fresh air that I'm sure was full of pollen, but I didn't feel as much of it. But in that moment, that's what I needed because there's just something about me and nature. Let me know what it is that helps you to reset. And then remember, if you're ready to get clear on what your next step is, I've got that 3-minute business clarity checklist for you so that you can go ahead and get started with that. And make sure you're subscribed here to the channel because in the next video, I'm going to be talking about how to pull all of this together that we've been talking about during the series and have a plan that you can actually follow to move forward consistently. I'll see you later. Take care.